by this.
What? I was
So
like, where the
Yeah.
counter at? Where the counter at?
you know, I
I don't
looked,
see that.
I didn't see any people, and I was like, "Where are all the people?" But I thought I had hit something and hid
Yeah.
the darn counter. So that was an awesome conversation we just had with
Wow.
nobody.
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
missed
Yeah.
all the gems, okay?
Were we
Yeah. Y'all
recording it
truly
all?
missed the gem. Uh huh.
I don't know.
y'all,
Does
Were
it
y'all,
we?
y'all
record if
got
we're
to
not
check it
live?
out on YouTube, huh?
Does it record if we're not live?
Yeah. Yeah. It records. So it
Okay.
automatically records.
Wow.
So we're on
Wow.
YouTube. You got to check it out on YouTube. We just had the most amazing conversation.
That nobody heard. That
We couldn't even repeat it and make it sound as
If
genuine.
he tried, if
No,
he even could try, man.
we'll repost it.
Look,
But tonight
Yeah.
wasn't going to be a long show, so I guess we'll just kind of sort
Right.
of segue into the last bit, and then we'll just wrap it up.
Yeah. Yeah. There we
If
go.
you watch it,
man,
definitely if y'all watch it, leave some
it was
comments.
deep.
We
It
can
was
do a
deep.
repeat of it, or maybe we can test some clubhouse stuff. Boss man been talking about having
Yeah.
some more
Yeah.
discussion, so maybe we can take one of these off to someplace else so that you can actually speak on, you know.
Yeah.
I know, Luna, I'm sorry. We were just chatting away and
Yeah.
somebody said, we're not live no more. So we lost you, but
Yeah.
we're going to repost what you didn't see, and we're going to discuss taking the conversation someplace so we can actually hear you
Mhm.
respond sometime. So it's not just us
Yes.
talking and then the chat. But the last part of our
So,
conversation was going to be talking about what our reoccurring stressors are in our life. What are things we cannot avoid that's part of our jobs, part of what we do, and how, we can manage that stress, how our partners help us manage that stress, and how we would help our partners manage things that are just reoccurring, stressors in our lives. So I guess we can, kind of hit that real quick and then wrap it up.
no, no, that sounds good. But before we do
Okay.
that, right? Let's just pick a date for Clubhouse. What date you want to do? 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now? Well,
I
3 weeks
said,
from now won't work. So
okay,
two
so do
weeks
we
or
want to do like a 15-20 minute show and then hop on Clubhouse and kind of
um
get the topic started so we have something that we're discussing and then take it over there so they can at least see us and feel us before we go over there. We could do that. So we could just do
no,
it
I
next
like
week.
that. Yeah, I like that idea. I
Can we
like
do
that
both
idea.
at the same time?
No, no, we'll drop off of
He
here and
says
go
we
over to
can,
Clubhouse.
but we haven't tested it yet. So let's
Yeah,
test that for a future week. I think we can because you're only going to be listening. We don't have to look
right,
at that.
right.
So if we just have to test all the phones together and see what that looks and sounds like, whether the audio quality is good, whether that works. But if we can do that,
Right.
that would definitely be something to throw in there.
Right.
Right.
If not, then we'll go with what you said. We'll be on here for 15, 20 minutes. We'll drop and we'll wait for everybody to show up on Clubhouse. So we'll let you know and
I'm excited
we'll
about
let
that.
you know. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So that way you can add, you can, invite more people. So everyone make sure you on Clubhouse. The Clubhouse page will be up by next week.
Yep, we'll
So
set it
make
up
sure
and
you're
we'll
on.
invite people. You get your minds right because Dak is gonna cut you off. He gonna mute your mic if you go too far. So get your mind right for like a
One,
minute and
two,
a half
yeah.
max, and he gonna start doing the fingers, and then he gonna mute you. He gonna mute you.
Exactly.
The earlier you get on, the earlier you get to speak. You know how Clubhouse
Right.
works. If you end up
Hmm.
way in the back, we can't pull everybody's conversation. Everybody
Hmm.
won't be able to talk on every show.
Come up
But
on stage.
right, we
Hmm.
can't bring everybody on stage, but we'll definitely
Hmm.
do our best and we'll try to be mindful of who got to speak first last time. I mean, we're just human beings, so we're not going to be
Right.
That's
perfect
right.
with it, but
Right.
we'll
Yep.
do our best to make that happen. Thank you for that
Mhm.
reminder.
No, that's perfect. Yeah, I figured while we was thinking about it, let's go ahead and commit to it. So I'm sorry. Can you repeat what was that? What was the last
Uh,
topic again?
Stressors.
Reoccurring
Stressors.
stressors, which is what you brought up. You asked what was our, what were we doing with our lives and what was kind of new. And we were talking
Uh-huh.
about how stressful some of the ventures we have going on. Jay was talking about real estate and taking that jump and, not having his regular, stuff to fall back on, taking those
Right.
leaps. That's stressful and he can't unstress that.
Hmm.
I don't know what you have
Yeah.
going on currently, but you've been working on your house and cutting your hands
Yeah.
up. So you have something you
Yeah.
can't unstress, and I have certain things that I can't unstress. So if we could just briefly say, what the one of our reoccurring stressors are and how a partner uh, could help us with that and how we would help a partner, in the same way. And
All
then
right, so y'all gonna jump on me again because my good old avoidance style. Uh, my avoiding attachment theory always seems to kind of through on everything I do. So right now I'm kind of dealing with my house. You know, I kept my house after the divorce, and over the last I'd say 6 7 years, I've been renting it out to various people.
okay,
You
that's
know,
stressful enough. But okay.
right? You know what I'm saying?
Hey
One
man, the
thing.
market is good right now, man. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
I know, but I'm not. I'm sitting on a nice amount of equity, but I'm not going to let it go. And the one reason I won't let it go is because I figure if anything ever happens in my life, I always have somewhere to go. My kids always have a property. They always have somewhere to go, whether they want to or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And over the years, I fell into a pattern looking out for people. So the house needed
Mm,
some work. The house needed some work, and financially, I wasn't able to do the work because I was looking out for people and wasn't making money off of it. And in not making money off it, people tend to forget that you look out for them.
Right. You're
So
helping
people
them.
tend to, they tend
they
to say
take you
negative
for
things.
granted.
Yeah.
Take you for granted.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
well,
People don't, and what's crazy, right? Everybody that has been in a house was at a point where they needed a place to stay within a day or two. And just
mm.
ironically, always had it available to where it was always available to where someone could move in immediately. You know what I'm saying? And
I
again,
appreciate you.
and again, I didn't I haven't made a dime off of it. I actually spent more money than I've made. So this is the
Oh,
first
you got
time.
money off of it. You got equity.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I got equity. Yeah, yeah. Because
Yeah.
I got a nice amount of equity. So this
But
is the
Yeah.
first
yeah.
time that there's two things that I'm breaking a pattern. One, I'm fixing it up. And you know what I'm saying? I have a spouse who could help me, but you know what I'm saying? This is something I want to do. So that tends to be a reoccurring
Um,
stressor in the
yeah.
relationship as well because it's like, yo, why don't
Let
you
me
get
help
this,
you.
this, this? And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm like, I feel like you attacking me saying I can't do this.
What up,
You know what I'm
bro?
saying? Instead of just understand, hey, this is what I enjoy to do. I enjoy doing, leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? And then the other thing is breaking out of the pattern of helping everybody because once I'm done, you know what I'm saying? Market rate is 1800 $1,800 I can get off of it. So I would be making, a decent amount of money every month instead of coming out my pocket. So those are two stresses right there that are like consistent because I know someone's gonna come up that's gonna need a hand and I have
You're
to be
gonna have
able
to
to
say
just say,
no.
nah, I can't do it. You
So
know what I
Dak,
mean?
real quick, so I talked about it earlier, man. Finding perspective. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You're doing good for somebody else. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you're depositing money in your karma. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but at the same time, what your vulnerability is when
Hmm.
you do that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But at the same
Hmm.
time, you're doing something good for somebody else.
Right.
And
Hmm.
just like most people, just like I was in, my sister was written my joint. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? And it came to a point where, like, at the end when I sold the place, they
Hmm.
they they didn't pay the water bill for like 3 years.
What?
Didn't pay the water bill. Partly it's my fault. I wasn't watching, looking,
Right.
but at the
Uh-huh.
same time, like, yo, why would y'all not? You taking showers and getting
Hmm.
washing your ass for free, and you ain't paying for. Anyway,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, yo, like they was, they needed the help. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Hmm.
wanted to go to Atlanta and start a new or whatever. And at the end of the day, like, yeah. But
Hmm.
that last part, man, like, yo, y'all really took advantage of it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
understanding that, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, but what my point
So
is, you
yeah,
know what I'm saying.
No.
Yeah, you did good, man. You know what I'm saying. And at the
Yeah.
end, it's gonna be something
Mm-hmm.
good for you. You know what I'm saying.
Oh
If you
yeah.
do bad, you know what I'm saying. At the end, something bad is going to be there for you. You see what I'm saying? So
Oh yeah.
like,
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you.
your karma equity in that whole piece, man. Like it's it's where it needs to be, man. So don't beat yourself up too bad. You know
No,
what
I
I'm
know.
saying? But also, know how you can turn it around and you know what I'm saying and
Yeah.
capitalize on when you're ready to. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
how
Yeah.
did
Exactly.
how does your
Uh-huh.
partner help you manage that stress deck? Since you won't let her help you with the house. What are other ways? That she helps you, since you gonna avoid all help she's trying to give. Poor lady can't even help you.
I know, right? Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know the only way, and I try to share this with her. The only way you can help me is when I show you, okay, hey, I rebuilt the steps. Hey, redid the plumbing. Hey, I laid this floor. You know what? Hey, that's a wonderful job. You know what I mean? You can do it. Keep going. Give me those words of affirmation, and just
Mm.
kind of stay out my way, and just kind of let me go and let me deal with it. You know what I'm saying? In that manner, because
Mm.
and
Yeah.
my
Support you.
last tenant really put it in perspective because he was like, hey, you know what? It ain't my fault you hooked us up, right? And I said, you know what? You
You right.
absolutely
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yep.
I said,
That's when you look at her
you're
like this.
right.
You know what? You right. You right.
I said, you're right. I said, thank you. That was the confirmation I needed. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But yeah, but with her, you know what I'm saying? With my partner,
You,
it's just
you,
like you just gotta be able to understand. I mean that I ain't gonna put nobody business in the street, but you know what I mean? That's why even with the house, I never really, you know what I'm saying, discussed it. But being that we talk about the stressors
Right. That's what you're
and
working on now.
yeah, and I'm breaking that pattern of, you know what I mean? You know what? I kind of gotta put an extra 200 into this house because of
mm,
this, when I'm already putting an extra 60, $70 into it to make sure the mortgage is covered because I didn't charge you enough, but
right.
I gave you the hookout price. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and as far as my partner is concerned, like I said, it's just kind of I'm working on that piece.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right
Jay,
now, is give me some words of affirmation and leave me alone. You know?
well, if that's what you need, and you're saying that, then your partner should respect that's what you need, and give you that. And then over time, if those needs change, then she can
Hmm.
be a little more flexible. If you can be flexible, but for right now, if that's what you need, then that's what you
Right,
give your partner. You give them what they
right,
need. So
right,
that's
exactly.
all fair. So Jay, what
Hmm.
about you? What is your biggest reoccurring stressor, and how does your partner help you with that?
I do not have a partner. Um,
Okay.
just
How
but
about the friends you may entertain or
There
hang
we
out
go.
with,
Yeah.
the
Hmm.
person you might kick it with, or you might
friends though, my friends are awesome. I got some awesome
Hmm.
ass friends, man. Um, and they are, I'm learning that they're there for me. You know what I'm saying? It to be a litmus test, on my how I'm processing the moment. You see what I'm saying? Really, really intelligent, emotionally intelligent people. You know what I mean? And they give it to me straight, no chaser. You know what I'm saying?
as
It,
you
you know, it
should.
ain't no yes work. You know what I'm saying? Ain't always, John, you always right. No. You know what I'm saying? Like they help me in a way where, yeah, I need to speak up. You know what I'm saying? I need to talk. I need to address. You know what I'm saying? You help me get over my avoidant piece. You know what I'm saying? My friends.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so, it's yeah, that's that's what they do for me. My
Hmm.
stressors, right, my recurring stressors, right now is the bag. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
also, being because I can easily get a job right now,
Right.
getting six figures.
Hmm.
I got people calling my phone right now, like, yo, what you been doing? I know you been, what you doing now?
What you
You
doing?
know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Right.
Trying to see, like, but I know because of my life situation, my family situation, I need to be more present right now because that's where the real equity is, like in my family. You know what I'm saying? It's not always about money. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Not
I
at
was
all.
clocking the dollars, you know what I'm saying? And I was seeing, how my son, how I'm saying, was suffering, how I wasn't around for my daughter as much as I needed to. You know what I'm saying? You know, and
Right.
because I was always traveling. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, my friend was like, "Oh, all right, you're gonna take that leap, man. Make sure you got a plan, blah 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 blah. But take the leap, though. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
you see it. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
the way they support it, you know what I'm saying, and the way they, they help me listen to, the universe, God, whatever, you know what I mean, to do the right things, you know what I'm saying. That's how they help me. You know, I had a did a party yesterday, with a few guests, at my temporary home, and we had conversation, man, and it went so freaking far for me. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Just helped me understand the position I was in with somebody I was dealing with,
Right.
romantically. You know what I'm saying? To find the right space for that, you know what I'm saying? And being
Mm-hmm.
honest with the reality of the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Sound like
saying, well,
good
yo,
friends
yo,
to me.
you know
That's
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying, right?
You
Sound
know what
like
I'm saying?
family.
And and say, yo, yeah, say something. You gotta have that conversation. You can't avoid it, man. Because guess what?
Mm-hmm.
If she's left to her own devices, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She's gonna cook up something in her narrative that's not gonna be good. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know
Look
what I'm
up stuff.
saying?
It'll be a whole
I
It's not
told
story
gonna
you,
of
be
y'all,
details.
y'all
good.
taught me something.
I know what you
Yeah,
had on, what
man.
kind of cologne you put on, and what you said to the
Yo,
woman. Oh, yes.
yo, I'm trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying? It is, if you have a, if you have an avoidant deal, perhaps you start the conversation and you got to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be there when you come back, but you started it. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You open up the can of worms that needs to be
Right.
open. You know what I
Right.
mean? Oh, hey, baby, what's going on? I'm gonna jump in the shower real quick. You know, we'll come back out.
Right.
We can talk about it. You know what I mean? Just
Mm-hmm.
start it and be like, ooh, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Come back to the heat. You know what I'm saying? Because on the other side of that conversation is going to be the stress reliever. You're not going to be worried about that as much as
Right.
you are. I mean, it's a lot of anxiety. When you don't talk and you just keep it to yourself, man. You know what I mean? And you don't, and it's stewing in you. It's stewing in you, also in your partner as well. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And so, like, to not talk about it, man,
Right.
you're digging yourself in a deeper hole. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? You're not
Mm-hmm.
And
helping yourself out. You know what I mean?
you're
You're
Right.
not.
really not
You know what I'm
communicating
saying?
a pattern. You're making that a
Right,
Right.
regular
right,
occurrence in your relationship, and
right.
it's easier
You
to
got to
keep doing
talk,
it and doing it.
Right.
dudes, guys, man. We have to talk, man. That's
Mm-hmm.
just part of of maintaining our happiness with our partner. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you just open up your mouth. You might not know what to say, but if you just jump into it, you might not get it wrong. You might, but
Mm-hmm.
if you don't get it wrong, you don't know how to fix it. You know what I'm saying? You don't
Right.
know how. Oh yeah. So next time, I need to, like, listen a little bit more.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, you
Mm-hmm.
gotta scrimmage. You gotta spar with your partner, man. Sometimes, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Because it's gonna make you both stronger. You know what I mean?
Right.
And grow. It's gonna help you guys grow together. So when you get
Right.
them snacks in your glove compartment, you know what I'm saying? You ain't know you gonna, you be like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
That,
you
yeah,
Right.
like,
that,
yeah, I
that,
like my
that's
girl.
why with my mouth. That's why with my mouth right there. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
I got the
So
world's best girl.
yeah, man. Talk, bro. Talk, man.
Mm-hmm.
Talk. If you don't know how to talk, we learn how to talk. You know what I'm saying? Might need to
Right.
write it down. Might just need to be through text or something like that. Might need to be
Mm-hmm.
email. Might need, it's just something. Baby,
Right.
I know something's wrong, but blah. I want to fix it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I gotta go to work right now, but
Mm-hmm.
baby, we gonna talk about this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what it is. I'm working on listening. I'm horrible listener,
That's the
especially when I'm
word.
trying to play my video game. You know what
That's
I'm talking about?
it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, baby, you are worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you are my source. Your existence
Mm-hmm.
helps me be better. You know what I mean? So,
Preach, Pastor. Preach,
you know what I'm
Pastor.
saying? So,
I
somebody
saw
got to preach. Rob ain't on tonight. Rob ain't on.
right.
Somebody got to
Rob's not
preach.
on here to preach, but he was saying. But I made a
Yeah.
post. I made a post this week, I think it was, and I can't remember exactly what the post was, so forgive me for that. But one of the comments was, some women like men to stroke their egos, so I'm not telling her certain things. And I was like, do you like the woman? Like, telling her what she wants to hear, and you in it being
Mm.
truthful is stroking her ego. Ain't that what we do for each other? Don't we
Yeah.
tell our man he's fine and he's sexy and we love his dad bod, and we mean it too. But I mean, I mean, aren't we stroking each other's egos because we care about each other? We want to pump each other
Right.
up. Like I was so
Yeah.
confused by that ego stroking thing. I'm like,
Mhm.
do you want a
But
partner? Like
yeah.
stroking
What's up, Corey?
egos?
What's happening, Corey? But
Hey,
but
Corey.
I
What up,
realize
Corey?
that a lot of men spend so much time trying to protect their
Man,
ego
manage ego. Mismanage
that
that vulnerability.
they can't see the good in certain things. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, because a lot of times when I post stuff, what I'll get back from men is there's no reciprocity. There's no reciprocity. But it's like, okay, what are you looking for, and how long are you waiting for some reciprocity? You know what I'm saying? Because the way I look at it, if you're doing it from your heart, then you're not looking for anything in return. And if she's not the one for you, you're gonna quickly be able to tell that. You
You
know what I'm
discern
saying?
it. Yeah.
You don't have to sit and look,
Discernment.
okay,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? I bought her 3 meals. She ain't even buying me a cup of coffee yet. So you know what I'm saying? I already know what
Yeah.
type of woman she is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of,
Take
you
it.
know what? I'm doing this and I'm doing this because I want you. And if you want me back, you're gonna show me you want me back outside of sex. And if you don't, then guess what?
I move on. It's
Exactly. You
no
know what I'm
harm, no
saying?
foul.
Right. But I think so many men go into it looking for something in return, and that's why they stay in these never ending circles of, you know what I'm saying? I can't find a good woman. I can't this,
I
all women are this, all women are that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Dak, but you know what I think happens sometimes? I think they don't even know what that looks like to them. So they don't know if they got it or didn't get it. It's kind of like when you have these threads, and I think you've posted some before too. And the men say, "Well, I don't need a woman to cook for me. I can get it made. I don't need her to decorate my house. I can buy an interior decorator. I don't need her to check on me. I can check on myself." It's like, okay, you could, but you don't want the sexy woman that you like, that you love, who make you feel, butterflies and give you googie eyes. Like you don't want her to do it. Like, yeah, she
Right.
could. You could pay somebody to do those things, but that's not what having a woman is. So do you even know if you're getting back what you're giving? Do you even know the
Mhm.
value? And that's on both sides. But we're talking, I'm going from what you're saying, but
Well,
do you even
you
know?
know what I like to do. I like to go. I like to force people to pick sides. So no, that's good.
Yeah, but I mean, if you don't even know what it looks like, you don't know the value of what you're doing, then how do you know what you're not getting and it's not reciprocation? Maybe what you're giving is half-ass and you think you've done more because you're not used to being vulnerable and you think you've really done something and she doesn't think you've really done something.
Mhm.
It's a it's a big
That
it's a big difference, and depending on the person you're with and how emotionally mature and healed they are, what you get from one partner and another partner is totally different, even with the same behavior. We talked about our
mhm,
stressors and how our partner helps us with those stressors. I am 46 years old, and my
mhm,
current partner is the only partner I have ever had in my entire life who has said, "Stop, sit
mhm.
your ass down."
That's
And I'm
good.
just sitting there like,
No, that's
"Oh,
good.
look, I'm getting ready to take my clothes off." I'm like, "Oh, he told me to sit my ass down. I'm about to come about these clothes." Who has said, you've done enough.
Mhm,
Today we're gonna rest. We're gonna watch a movie and we're gonna cuddle and and you're gonna rest your ass. And I'm just like, "Oh, okay."
mhm,
It's very easy to pour into each other if you're not worried about stroking somebody's ego. Like he probably is tired of hearing my mouth. When I'm into my partner, I'm telling my partner. I can't help but tell my partner, like, you so fine. Like I can't wait for you to
mhm.
get home. And I
Yeah,
stare them
but
down like a creeper when they get undressed. I'm looking like, because that's me. If
yeah,
I
but
mean, who's
mhm,
gonna love him better than me? Not a damn person. Good luck to his mama loving him better than me, and I mean good
mhm,
luck to her. They ain't nobody gonna
mhm.
love him better than me. So
No, that's beautiful, and I agree with you. You know what I mean?
right,
And
until we
and
get
a
to the
lot
point
of
we can
men
do that for
haven't
each other,
haven't experienced that. You know what I'm saying?
but they're not
And
going to because they don't want to stroke her ego. They don't even want to tell her how they feel about her. So how
mhm.
is she gonna be able to give back when she don't even know if the man really like her or not?
right? You know what I'm saying? And what I mean, men don't understand that, you know what I'm saying? You have to lead, and if the woman doesn't allow you to lead, then
You
guess
keep
what?
moving.
That woman just ain't for you.
Ain't for
And it's
you.
okay. It's okay to move on. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? Instead of sticking around and trying to force something, and then you
Then you
become
mad about
bitter.
it.
You know what I mean? And now you comment, and you know what I mean? You every time you get an opportunity to comment, it's something bitter. You know what I'm saying? Versus, you know what? This one just wasn't for me, and I moved on to the next one. I'm
Yep.
okay with that. You
There's
know
no
what
That's
I'm
right.
problem
saying?
with
This
that.
one,
Everybody
you know
ain't
what
for
I mean?
everybody. And you know I'm hard
That's
to
right.
well, I'm gonna say hard. I am complicated at times, but y'all have grown to know me and
Uh-huh.
understand that it's I have the best interest of everybody in the end. It may not always appear that way, but people who care enough to see what I'm really about will see what I'm really about, and that's why we here on this show
They see
having a
the
good
worth.
old time, and we talk
Yep.
about some stuff. Our side
Right.
Yeah.
conversations could be
Mhm.
whole TV
Right.
shows, talk shows, books.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Really get down because we care about
Mhm.
each other and we don't have any problem stroking each other's
Mhm.
egos. I'll tell y'all I love
Mhm.
y'all in a heartbeat and vice versa.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right
So
back at
Exactly. No, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. You know what I mean? And I
you.
and I think because of that, we are going to eventually change people's mindsets by seeing the chemistry, the things that we discuss, and the way we're
so
moving things. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
why I'm
Because like
putting
I
in
said,
my show.
even tonight, y'all helped me understand something. You know what I'm saying? Where I clearly just shut down and like, oh boy, here we go with this again. Here we go with the crime again. Here we go with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And why you
Yeah.
going? Why you immediately going to that? You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? And I'm gonna shut up because I'm doing y'all now. I'm just rambling now.
Right.
No, but
You know
it's
Do
good
what you
rambling. It's
do
good
what you're
rambling.
supposed to. We do
what
when we do what we're supposed to do.
We're
We
humans. We're
you
learning. We're
know what I'm saying?
growing.
Like
We're
exactly.
sharing.
So we lean. We lean into our vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? With somebody that deserves it. You know what I'm saying? That's how that's how we get to the promised land. You know what
Yup.
I'm saying?
That's it.
That's how we we get to the crib, what I'm saying, all of a sudden, giving you some bonus head, because you walked into the door. Come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yep, that's right.
yeah,
Yep.
it's what I
Bonus
mean?
head is bonus head is the best. I don't know no man that said they
From
ain't
out of
like bonus
nowhere,
head.
like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? And
All
you do
right.
that by communicating, man. You do that by communicating and staying present in the moment that we are in. Whatever is going on around us, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can we be as efficient in a moment to optimize our happiness together in this moment? Sometimes it's hard, it don't even look like it. You know what I'm saying? But it is a moment. You know what I'm saying? It's a difficult one, it is not. You can't avoid it. It will happen at some point. You know what I'm saying?
It's
You might
rewarding
you
though.
forgot you might and you support each other, man. You know what I'm saying? So man, all these things, man, the things that we're talking about, man, it's so important for us to just again optimize our humanity, optimize our human condition. With what we know that is messed up about ourselves, and being honest about it, right? And leading with that, you know what I'm saying? You do a SWOT diagram, right? Strength, weaknesses, threats, and opportunities. You know, I said it out of order, but that's
We got
you can
it.
apply that to your life. You know what I'm saying? Like like listen I understand my weakness, I understand my threats. You know what I'm saying? I know what my strengths are. You know what I'm saying? So like being honest with that, going into it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you win. You know what I'm saying? When you try to like establish
Control everything.
and try to control something, you no longer in a relationship. You
Yep.
in a job.
You're
You know
acting.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
you know what I'm
fake.
Yeah.
saying? Like
Exactly.
you're
You're
doing
acting.
everything. You're doing everything outside of what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? To control somebody. You know what I mean?
I think
That's not a loving relationship. You
I
know what
think
I'm
when
saying?
we I agree. The
Yeah.
control and the hard boundaries. I mean, definitely if it's something, dangerous to you, then you need to keep your
Yes.
boundaries. But I think we miss out on the chance to really be seen and really be accepted. So the
Right.
whole time we're still acting and we're still hiding and we're still afraid to
Mm.
open because we don't want them to see who we really are. But we're
Ooh.
missing the chance to say,
Come
this
on.
is me, and
Come
possibly
on.
having that person and say, okay, I see all of that, and I'm not scared. I'm not running.
Woo.
I'm I'm gonna take all of that, and then you can say, I see you, and I know what you've done. I know what you've been through, and I'm gonna accept all of that. And do you know how connected on a level that you can't even imagine when you know the person's fears, you know the worst things they've done, and you look at them and say, we're all human. I know you used to do this, you used to be like this, you used to do women like this, but you and I are here now, and I feel like you've learned, and I can
Yes.
trust you. And I have been,
Yes.
mistreated, and so I'm a little insecure
Yes.
sometimes. I get a little emotional. I get a little nervous,
Yes.
because I care about you, and and I just want to hold on to. I mean, that's the kind of talks that I
Yes.
have. I just, you minds with an S, you minds, and being minds
You
comes
said
with
forget proper
certain
grammar, right?
certain things, right? But when a person looks at you and says, "Yeah, I see that, and I see
Minds.
that thing over there too, and I see that. I ain't crazy about that, but I see that. But I'm gonna take all of that because the sum
Mhm.
of your
Yeah.
parts is more important than
Yeah.
the broken pieces.
Yes.
You know a
God is,
person
yeah.
that
God is,
that
speak.
deeply, everything
Speak.
becomes intimate. Sitting in silence is
Speak.
intimate. Holding hands in the car is intimate.
Ooh.
Putting your
Come on.
kneecap next to his kneecap while you sit in some
Ooh.
place and you can feel the energy between y'all's kneecap and nobody else
Yeah.
knows what the hell is going on. Or you look at your man from
Yeah.
across the room and you get your purse. And y'all get
Yes.
ready to go to the parking lot real quick. Get your purse. I'm getting my purse and I'm giving you the look. Those are things we miss out on.
Ooh.
We miss out on that passion, that connection, that
Yes.
knowing that person like nobody else
Mm.
in the world because we don't want to stroke nobody's ego. We don't want them to know how
Yeah.
much we care about them. Like just,
Come on, man. You said it.
so
You said it.
that's
I,
my
I,
final thought. So,
we might want to end on that. We might want to end on that note, bro. That,
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
deep.
yeah. I ain't even gonna. I ain't even gonna
That
go
was.
into. That's the perfect way to end. I don't even have a final thought. I'm gonna let that be the final thought. Jay, you have a final thought?
Man, God is good, man. Just don't be scared. Don't be scared of your vulnerability, man. You know what I'm saying? You know it's there. You know what I'm saying? If you can get past that, then you have empowered yourself. You've empowered yourself. Like you can get past the triggers that but it takes work, and it takes you being honest with yourself and being tired of the bullshit, being tired of of the place that you're in and nothing ever working out. You know what I'm saying? You have to get to that precipice, and you have to make that decision to decide. I want to be more efficient within myself and with the person that I'm with or people that are just around me. In every moment that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of feeling this kind of way, because I'm harboring something, that might be from your childhood, it might be from, whatever, and it's time, it might be from your PTSD from a past relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Guys, this here is there for us too, and so being honest with yourself, I mean, you're looking in your vulnerability in the face and be like, you know what? I mean, okay, I've been living in it, what I'm saying, and suffering. So now, but guess what, man? How can I optimize my joint now? How can I, find that happiness, knowing who I am and the struggles that I'm working through, and just move forward, man. Like in a way where it's going to be sustainable. You know what I'm saying? With,
Hmm.
with whomever you have a relationship, your children, your as a son, what I'm saying, as a coworker, as the person that's in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's all related. So I'm gonna stop right there, man. But it's important to manage your vulnerability well, so you can optimize the moment that you're in. Regardless of what's going on, and being honest and knowing yeah, some things you gotta cut off. You know what I'm saying? So, having that discernment, in your love, and know when you're outside of it, love or respect and dignity. When you're not. All right, that's long enough. But but it's important. This is a great show.
Because
Good. You said
I
some
was
things
sitting here
tonight.
holding pee like
the, the darn accidental shows end up
with water.
being the best ones where we just say, let's just talk about what we going through right now.
Right, exactly.
Ends up being the best.
Hmm. So
Yeah,
only thing
God
I
is
have to
good, man.
say is Go back, listen to it, listen to the show, the part that y'all weren't on. We're gonna post it. Make sure it's on YouTube. We'll post it on Facebook. Check it out. You'll love it. Comment. Like we definitely want to hear your comments from the show. All right, peace. See y'all next week.
Right. Thank you.
Peace.
All right, peace.